Because if my interpretation is wrong, my application is not that great. You know, and I guess just for me, that's not as acceptable. In a way, it's like this, you know. If I consider playing the piano the most important thing in my life, I would want to learn to play it well. You know, I would want to spend time playing the piano. If possible, I would want to get formal lessons. If I don't learn how to play the piano well, I can actually still play chopsticks. You know, I'll be fine with that. I can make a sound, but it's not, you know, it's not the best music. It's still music. It's not necessary for me to get a formal piano lessons, but I won't be able to play as well as I could. So likewise for me, I can choose not to interpret the Bible well. You know, I can just read and apply whatever I understand, and it's going to be fine. You know, or I can rely on someone else's take or interpretation. And I know, I guess my conclusion for that is God has blessed many people, even if they don't interpret the Bible well. Because God can actually still use even bad interpretation to sanctify people and help people in their Christian walk. But even with that, for me, if I want to faithfully follow God's call to love God with all my heart, soul, strength, and especially with my mind, I do need to learn more and to do this well. Because I don't think God calls us to be lazy with our minds, especially with regards to the Bible. So that's why I got all this education. It's, you know, it's not a question of qualifications for me. It's a question of, can I learn much more of the Bible as much as I can based on where I'm at. I'm still a student and all but dissertation, but hopefully at some point it'll be done. So the topic, it's more of an intro topic. I'm planning to maybe put up a short series. It's about Bible interpretation. So this is just an introduction. So the question you may ask, that's first a big part of my source, just to let you know. So the question we may ask is, why do we need to learn this? You know, why is this needed? Because we often hear some people say, you don't have to interpret the Bible. You just read it and do what it says. You know, have you sort of heard something like that? You know, and in a way, it's just a way of saying the Bible is clear. We can understand it as it is. And to an extent, yeah, that is the case. That is true. The aim of, you know, why we interpret, meaning why we try to find the meaning in the Bible, is to get at the plain meaning of the text. Plain meaning, you know. Is that sort of clear? You know, what is the clear meaning to what the Bible is saying? So if that's the case, why not just read? You know, there's stuff that's plain in the Bible. There's two reasons that I'm going to give. One is the reader of the Bible is an interpreter. There's actually no such thing as an impartial reader. You know, whoever we are, wherever we come from, we bring to the text our experiences, our own culture, our prior understanding of words, and those things can lead us astray. It may not be where the Bible is teaching, but we're going to go there because we come from a certain place. We have our own culture and take on the world. Example, what is flesh? You know, in the Bible it says there's flesh. For English speakers, that could mean, well, it's body. But for the Apostle Paul, in a lot of cases, it would mean spiritual sickness or sinful nature. So even just the word flesh, if we put whatever we come from into it, we may be misguided into believing in something that it's not. Example number 2, just for you guys. Let's read. Now after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, where is he who has been born of the King of Jews? For we saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him. How many magi are there? It's not 3. Okay. Anyone was with 3? No? Okay, it's not a trick question. For most people, I think we already come with 3, right?
Yes.
Like we already think there's 3. But if we look at the text, it doesn't say 3. You know, it says there's just magi. So I'm just illustrating how, you know, we may have baggage behind us that we might bring into the Bible that's not really there. Another example, it's more of where did the Magi visit Jesus? I guess our chart isn't quite enough, but that's all right.
I think that's the end.
That's okay. The key verse is in 11. It says, "And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him." So where did the Magi visit Jesus? Is it the manger? It's a house. So, but we're programmed to think, based on our background and based